Full-time whistle goes 3-0 to the Cockney boys. Wonderful performance. Can't complain about it one bit. Didn't give up any scoring chances really at all, and it was just a sublime performance. Andy Carroll played a blinder. The substitution of Aldair really seemed to spark some new life in this team, and I think he's going to be a player. It's going to be really, really special. But and that victory means we are through in the FA Cup to the next round, which is phenomenal. We have a Premier League matchup with Norwich in just 3 days' time, so we're going to have to really rotate the squad. But it is January, and that means we can take a look at the transfer window. Let's take a look at, we have a couple of offers in right now. I haven't seen them yet, so let's take a look at what we're being offered, and then maybe we'll decide what we're working with transfer budget-wise and take a look at bringing in some players. Now, we've got a transfer offer for Manuel Adolfo, one of our youngsters. Let's see, Oldham want to take him on a short-term loan. That's great, absolutely. He's not going to get game time here, so we'll let him go out. And the second, Red Bull Leipzig in the Bundesliga have come in for Butland. $11.5 million. No, I'm not even entertaining offers for Butland right now, so we're rejecting all. Nobody can come in for Jackie B. And injury-wise, Lanzini, bruised elbow, 5 days. All right, that's all right. Now, Winston Reed is also injured. Let's see how he comes out. 3 weeks with a sprained ankle. Not great, but thankfully we do have some center-back depth. The way Oxford played in that last matchup, I'm not so worried about it right now. A little bit of training at the same time, too. Ceballos, Medine, and Gabriel going to get in on the action, as well as Aldair, who had a fantastic game, like I said. And so we look at the short list, and from the polls you guys had put in, John Anthony Brooks was a landslide victor in the center back poll. So we're definitely going to look at bringing him in. No question about it. I think we're going to go in for him right now. Let's see if we can sign him. I don't know how much it would cost to buy him or if I just want to sign him on contract expiry. So we'll wait on that. We're going to wait on the John Anthony Brooks for right now, because we don't need a center back at this moment in time. We're the top defensive team in the Premier League. But I'd love to bring him in on a free transfer, so we'll hang out with that really quick here. As far as the winger-striker debate, you guys landslide voted for a winger, so that's the first place we're going to look. But in terms of a striker, Lacazette won the poll by, I think right now, currently, he's got 6 votes. Lukaku's at 2 votes. So we're going to go for Lacazette first if we do have the money to go for a striker, and then possibly Lukaku, which I think is fair, because I don't know if Everton will want to sell him. They're in 3rd in the Premier League right now, so I don't see them wanting to sell him when they're in a Champions League spot. But in terms of the winger pool, now this was widespread. Douglas Costa got 3 votes, but like I said, I think he's going to be tough to pry away because he's at Bayern. Then we also saw Jesse Rodriguez had 2 votes. Paul Georges Entep has 3 votes. So he's a player that would be fantastic. He's also in the last year of his contract, so we could get him on the cheap possibly. But I don't necessarily want to bid for him just yet because I haven't got the scouting report yet. And I don't want to put in a bid that's way too high when I could get him in on the cheap, and he looks absolutely phenomenal. I mean, look at those ranks. He looks really, really good. Draxler got a couple of votes. Carrasco, who I like, didn't get anything yet. We've also got some votes for Domenico Berardi, who, same thing. I don't have a scouting report in on him yet, but he was a player that was recommended, especially in the comments, left a comment saying he would be sublime for us, so possibly him. Salah's got a couple of votes as well, and El Shaarawy also has 2 votes, so really, really good choices, honestly, across the board. But I think what we're going to do is wait it out just a little bit here, see what we can do money-wise. And what I'm actually going to do right now is I'm going to go to the board and see if I can request some funds, and then maybe with that kind of money we'll be able to go in. So let's see what the board will give us. And I'm going to go big. To get the money I want, we are 9 points safe in a Champions League spot right now with 18 matches to go. Obviously, that's quite a ways away, but I'm feeling really confident with the way this team is playing. I'm going to up it to qualify for the Champions League in our goals, just because I think it'll get that little extra bit of money out of the board. I'm going to go in for £15 million. Could be a lot, but it's worth it in my opinion. And the board have given us $12.6 million. That is unbelievable. I'm going to take that, no question about it. Accept that offer. That is a huge increase to our transfer K. Let's take a look at where it is now. 23.1 million, 111K on the wage budget. That's where I'm leaving it for right now. Now, that said, I have Morales who's on the chopping block for me right now. Callum Wilson's on the chopping block for me right now. So we could even improve our transfer budget from here. Could be some big name players coming in, because I think depth-wise we're actually really, really solid. So I'd want to bring in a couple of big namers if we can to make that extra push. Possibly even for a Premier League title and an FA Cup win if we could do everything as I've dreamed it. And an offer for Lanzini from Bordeaux for 8 million, I think 22 million. If you give me 22 million for Lanzini, you can have him. But before we can do any more transfer wheeling and dealing, we take on Norwich City at home in the league. So return to the bowling ground after that fantastic victory over Millwall, hoping to recoup another victory. Andy Carroll's going to lead the line up top yet again. Aldair's actually going to get the start in attacking midfield. Ceballos is going to come in. Antonio is going to come in. So very, very solid lineup that we're going to be putting out on the pitch and hopefully come away with a victory. And we get a look at the table, we can see we're in second, 2 points off of first. So if we win here and Chelsea lose, we'll go top. Norwich, though, fighting to stave off relegation after a solid season last year. I think they were mid-table, so they're looking to come away with a win just to keep their hopes up to stay in the Premier League. And you can see we do have the best defensive record in the Premier League, and Norwich the worst scoring record in the Premier League, which means we'll probably lose 4-1. So we look at our lineup, of course, Butland in goal, Vanderveer, Ogbonna, Reece Oxford getting another start in midfield after his great performance, Cresswell, Keontae Goretzka, Antonio come back into the team, and hopefully for him to make a big, big impact, linking up with Andy Carroll. And here is the Norwich squad. Keane in goal, Ruddy on the bench, so that's nice for us. Basong solid in midfield, same with Malumbu, Cameron Jerome, plenty of pace up front, and hopefully Van Wolfswinkel doesn't come off the bench and score another bloody penalty on us. Oh, Goretzka. Oh, play Carroll through. Andy. Oh, stave it off. Carroll, can he? What a save from the keeper. Nearly 1-0 within 50 seconds. Oh, good play out there. Antonio. Andy. Oh, out there. Get it to him. Get it to him. Hit across the face. Good strike. Oh, hit him on the counter. Hit him on the counter. Keontae, pick the pass. Out there. Probably have to play it out. Ceballos. Whips it in. Andy, free header. What a save. My goodness. I was about to start celebrating. Great header from Carroll. Even better save from the Norwich keeper. Out there, strike it. Oh, that would have been a lovely worked goal. Carroll with the hold-up play. He's showing off some real skill as a target man here. But weak foot for Aldair. Not the best. Oh, Keontae, we know he loves to stretch his legs. Come on, check. Whips one in. Goes at Goretzka. He's come out of nowhere. Central midfielder to central midfielder. What a sliding finish. He comes in kung fu fighting. What a goal from Leon Goretzka. Keontae just whips it in. Nobody marks Goretzka. Nobody finds the ball. And that is a great finish. Keeper gets just a little nibble of a touch to it, but it's in the back of the net regardless. Goretzka coming in, crush, sticking that leg out, great finish, and just like that, it's 1-0 to West Ham. First goal in the Premier League as well for him. Oh, it's in! Out there! I couldn't even believe it, so I wasn't even commentating. I didn't even think there was any chance, but Leandro out there, he had an assist in the last match. He's got a league goal. What a finish from the youngster. Could he be making his way into the start? Who knows? He's just been pulling the strings out here. Dances around defender. He's a bit fortunate it wasn't cleared off the line, but he beat the keeper. That's all he needed. It's going to be a real tough play for the defender to keep out. And Leandro out there with another goal. Maybe we'll have to get an out there kit. It's just unbelievable. That's a great finish. No question about it. It's 2-0 just like that. Leandro with the Premier League goal. It's his first. That's I lost for words. Butland, what a save. That was an incredible through ball. I talk up Butland, and he does that. Where is the defending, number one? Butland shouldn't be the one that has to claim that. It should be cleared. But it's in the back of the net for Norwich, and they have a lifeline. It's a good ball. And Kiyate, Oxford, Ogbonna, they're all just standing around. That somehow that man gets free. Cresswell goes flying by. Dorrans. Oh, somehow the back post is up. Butland. Oh, no, that was a mess. Oh, Enner's danced. He's danced his man. Can he score? Wow, he nearly goes it alone. Enner's showing some lovely ball control there. Wins us a corner late on. Kiyate! That is sublime. Marky Noble whips the ball into him, and that is a fantastic header. Another one from a set piece. We have barely scored from set pieces all season, and somehow we've got 2-2 matches. Noble with the assist yet again, plays it right onto the head of Kiyate, and that is inch perfect. Did you take a look at that? Couldn't put it any more top corner. Keeper with absolutely no chance. Has a perfect header. Look at it right here. Just look at it. Look at it. Oh my word. Beautiful header from Kiyate, and we're sealing up the 3 points. 3-1. Surely that's got to be it. Great goal from Cheku yet again. He loves popping up with a big goal. Oh, Enner's in. Can he play one? Whip it in. Carroll. He's piked it from a yard out. Oh, Enner's go. Oh, he's gone. He's surely gone. Enner's got the second yellow. He's out. Thankfully for us, it's so late on in the match, it's not going to make a difference, but he just went in recklessly and he's gone. And that would be all she wrote. A 3-1 victory. Compulsory. We're dominating throughout the matches here today. It's beautiful. Match performance, of course, 14 shots, 6 on target. Norwich, 8-5. Not a bad performance. They won the possession battle, but again, we were just lethal on the counterattack, and we came through when we needed it most late on. Man of the match for me had to be the second goal scorer, Cheku Kiyate. He was dominant throughout the performance. He was winning tackles left, right, and center, creating counterattacks, was doing very, very well. His running is sublime as always. So 3 Moose's Mighty Hammer points for Cheku Kiyate. I'm going to give 2 points to Leandro Alder, who I thought had another really outstanding performance yet again. And 1 point is going to go to Leon Goretzka, who I thought was very solid in the center of the park alongside Kiyate. Kind of redeemed himself because he struggled for a bit this season, but he did very well in this matchup, so he's going to get 1 Moose's Mighty Hammer point. Oh man, Goretzka had an assist too, I didn't even know it. Look at the midfield trio with assists. Alright, so we got another offer for Lanzini yet again. Ogbonna's going to be suspended for yellow card accumulation, and Valencia is suspended for picking up that red card in the last match, a double yellow. So 2 players we won't have for our next Premier League fixture. And Morales is not happy with his role at the club. Yeah, I'd be happier if you played well. So we're both unhappy here, Kevin. And the offer for Lanzini, oh, it's Dortmund. This is one I'll have to, I guess, at least listen to. Let's see what the other one is. PSG. There's a lot of Argentinians at PSG as well. Lavezzi, Pastore, plenty of guys that he could go and play with. We'll give him a fair counter offer, 20 mil. 20 million pounds. Seems suitable to me. 20 mil for Lanzini. I'll say that to Dortmund as well. 20 mil, you can have him. I do want to get some transfer business going here in this episode, though, so we're going to go right in for Brooks. He was the guy that you guys suggested. We're going to go contract expiry. I don't think we need him right now. If we sell Reed, maybe we'll have to bring in a center back. He's the only one that's been drawing a bit of interest. So we're going to go 60 grand. That's fine for John. We'll go 5-year deal, and we won't specify the squad rule. We'll see if he'll go with that for a deal. Oh, and here we go. Massive dealings. Transfer offer for Dybala and Bordeaux. I think I had said 22, 23 million. Something absurd for Lanzini for them. And they're not a big money club. They're not going to go in for him for that. We'll still have to wait back to hear from PSG and Dortmund. Inter Milan coming in for 27 million for Dybala. His release clause is 190 mil. 90 million for Dybala. Take it or leave it. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. We have 3 matches left in the January transfer window, and we're going to have a lot more white space you can see on the calendar there, which means plenty more time for transfer wheeling and dealing. We have to wait and hear back on those scouting reports. Don't want to really overpay for anybody too much. Want to get in the best players possible that I can for the right amount of money. But we're going to have plenty to hear back from. Will John Anthony Brooks sign his contract to join us next season? Will we be losing Lanzini to a giant of world football potentially? Let me know in the comments what you thought of what we're doing so far, who you think we should bring in, if there's anyone else I haven't mentioned who I said I'm not going to go for, but we're going to get thick and fast into it in the next episode. As always, guys, leave a like, rate, and if you have enjoyed the episode, bang one on it right now. It really helps my channel out, and I do appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.